What's going on, everybody? This is Robert, and finally getting another video posted up. I just got done being pretty sick, so I didn't have any videos posted the last week or two. But I wanted to start back with the speed building part 2. I had some people ask me if I would do another part to it because the other one kind of I used only these 3 fingers the whole time, and they kind of wanted your other fingers in there. So for this one, it's going to be these 3 fingers, and these are by far, as in a combination, the weakest ones of most people, and definitely of mine too. So I made an exercise using those, and it's kind of following the same pattern, because to me the other one was kind of, you go in groups of 4, 2 note per string, but it's like 4 notes per beat. So it's following that same kind of pattern, and for the final speed building one, I'll make something a lot tougher than what these are. But this is just kind of like, once you get that one down and you're wanting to go into kind of like the next progression into working on your speed and everything, this is kind of where I would go. The other one was in E major, but this one's going to be in E minor, E natural minor, G major, however you guys want to look at it. I look at it as E minor. And this one, it's pretty simple. Your fingers were pretty close together on the last one, and they're a lot more spread out on this one. But I'm just gonna play it and then talk you guys through it and everything, and I'll probably do a close-up of my picking. I had someone to ask me to do a close-up of my picking hand, because everything's alternate picked, but I'm just gonna play the lick first and then kind of like talk about how I would go into doing stuff with it. Okay, for this one, I would approach it the same way that we did the other one. Try to get to where you can do it with the legato first. So just go slow, like the other one. It's not important to be playing fast right off the bat, because it's a new lick, and I would go slow. So okay, and I would just play that over and over again. And I'll talk you through the notes here in just a second and put tabs up. But slow, with just the legato, it's... Okay? And just like the other one too, just get to where you can build it up at different speeds. And that's pretty much with everything. You never want to just be able to have something at one speed. You want to be real versatile with everything. Keep going and go to like you're at like a speed that you're real comfortable with, and just practice at that for a while, and just keep getting faster. And then like with the other one again, as I keep saying that over and over again, then you add the picking in. And this one's kind of odd because you use this finger twice, because you're using your pinky, then you use your what is that, ring finger. Okay, and then you use this one, and you reach out here with it. Okay, and that's kind of an odd position. Okay, but the notes that we're using are, it starts off with your pinky all the way up here on the 16th fret on the G string. Okay, and you just go 16 to 12. That's on the G. And then kind of your like pedal notes that you constantly play are the 14th fret on the D, and then 12th on the D. Okay. Alrighty, and then you go back to the G, but this time you're on the 14th and 12th. And that's on the G. And then you go 14, 12 on the D. Okay, and here's kind of that awkward stretch for your fingers I was talking about. It's still 14th fret with your ring finger on the G. But then you kind of like reach over with your index, and you're going to hit that 11th fret right there on the G. And then back to your pedal. So real slow. Okay, and then I just cycle it. After I do, I go back up with it. So. Okay, so then I just go back up to that 14, 12, 14, 12. Okay, so I'll kind of call off the frets here. So it goes 16, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, then 14, 11, 14, 11. I'm sorry, 14, 12, and then I go back to the 14, 12, 14, 12. Well, I'm playing sloppy. So that's that lick. This one, like I said, has got your fingers stretched out a little bit more, but it's definitely a good exercise, these three fingers, because this kind of shape, a lot of people like to play using these three, and that's fine. It's just I would always make sure that like all of your fingers are strong, because Paul Gilbert, he'll do like full step stretches with these three fingers, and that's tough. Like, unless you have alien hands, you really can't. You know, I can't do that. I always go like this. But I mean, he uses these three fingers constantly, and it's definitely something really important to look out for and just like to stay on top of. But you know, I would just work on this and start slow, make sure that it's clean, and whenever I was playing horribly, you don't want to play it like that. That's not a good idea, because everyone's gonna play sloppy sometimes, and and I wouldn't worry about it if you're not playing stuff perfect right off the bat. Just like I said, don't try to play faster than what you can. Just go slow, and take your time at it, because the more work you put into it, the better you're gonna be at the end. But that's part 2 of speed building. And one thing real quick is I had someone not request, but say I should roll some of the reverb off my amp. So I rolled some of that off. They said they thought it'd make it easier for you to hear the stuff whenever I'm explaining it. So let me just know if you guys like the reverb kind of rolled back a little bit. It was on 5. I pushed it back to 4. But yeah, that's it, guys. Make sure you check out fret12.com. Link in the description. And I got a like page now on Facebook and everything. I'll put that link in the description too if you get a chance, like me on there and everything. And you can, endure the abuse of my constant guitar quoting movie antics. Yes, it's very exciting. But anyways, until the next video, guys, peace, rock on, and stay metal! What else?